Now it's time to take a closer look at self-esteem, which was one of the 4 indicators we covered in class the other day. And how we feel about ourselves has a major impact on our relationships with others. So do we actually like ourselves? Do we think that we have value or worth? Well, we're going to take a closer look at this. And it says to take the online self-esteem quiz in your notes. You want to have that note packet out right now to start filling it in. But we're going to wait until we're done with the notes to do that. Before we get into our notes, I want to touch base about why self-esteem is so important. This guy Maslow was he's a famous guy in the field of psychology. If you take any college courses in psych, mental health, you're going to learn about him. And our HAT class here at Halifax, we also have covered this. So his theory is that humans have basic needs and we can't move up the levels of needs until the bottom levels are met. So you can see right here where self-esteem is, but look underneath of it. We really don't have our full self-esteem if we don't have some of the things that are under that. So our basic needs, if they're not met, we don't have air, water, food, shelter, sleep, we don't have any of that, we're not really worried about any of the other things that are above it. Once we have that, safety and security is our next priority. Once we feel safe and secure, then we can worry about having love and feeling belongingness with a group. And once we have that, we then can work on our self-esteem. So once we have our self-esteem and it's where it needs to be, you'll see above it is the highest level, which is self-actualization. And that's where you're the most creative, the most self-sufficient. You're just really not worried about what other people are thinking. You're just at the top of your game. Now for the notes. There are many characteristics of positive self-esteem. I'm going to show you 2 slides of them so you can write these down, but if I go too fast, don't worry, there's another slide coming. So some positive self-esteem characteristics are that you have self-control. You can listen to that little voice in your head. You can balance your emotions. You're not, really ticked off that easy or depressed that easy. You can balance it. You can learn from mistakes and tell people that you're sorry, and you have self-respect, confidence, and self-acceptance. Some other characteristics for positive self-esteem are you're aware of your strengths, but also your weaknesses, and you're trying to fix your weaknesses. You take responsibility for your own actions, you can take positive risks, and you're not concerned with what others are thinking. Now for negative self-esteem characteristics. Extremes in thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, self-blame or self-criticism, or the opposite, where nothing's ever your fault. You're always finding fault with everyone else. You're constantly concerned about what others think about you, and you either overdo it or underdo it. Maybe with grades, you're like an overachiever, or maybe you just don't do any of your work and you're just underachieving, and same with your eating habits. We can also see on the next slide, staying a victim, where you're not taking any responsibility to make positive changes. You have a fear of change, a fear of taking risks. You're always negative, or on the other side, you're so optimistic that it's like unrealistic. So you're not really living in reality. And the last one is bragging, bullying, demanding to be right and get your way. These are some signs that you have negative self-esteem. People often think that bullies have high self-esteem, but it's actually the reverse. If they're bullying somebody, it's because they want to pick on that person and make themselves feel better. And it's because they have low self-esteem. There are a slew of ways to improve your self-esteem. And really, the only one that can do it is you. No one can put a magic band-aid on it and fix your self-esteem. You're going to have to do the work. So the top 5 ways to improve your self-esteem, pick 5 of these, and I'll read through them quickly. Believe in your ability to influence your own life. Set attainable and realistic goals. Accept your errors or mistakes as steps in learning. Use your talents. Use your strengths. Use those good qualities. Exercise self-control and self-discipline. Basically, take control of yourself. Get an alarm clock. Wake up on time. Get your homework done. If you want to lose weight, get a plan and lose weight. Just do the things that you need to do to take control of your life. Make friends with people that support you and respect you and accept you. Reject negativity from others. Stay in school and ask for help when you need it and get trained to do what you are interested in doing. Taking good care of yourself, body, mind, and spirit. And last is connect your personal decisions with consequences. So thinking, what will happen if I do this or that? How you connect your personal decisions to consequences is you got to think through when you're going to make decisions. And when you learn to make good decisions, you're going to notice that your self-esteem gets higher. And when you make poor decisions, your self-esteem is going to get lower. So it's really important that you learn to make good decisions. And also, part of making good decisions sometimes means you have to say no to your friends because they're doing stupid stuff and they want you to do it with them. So you have to learn to say no. So we're going to look at good decision making skills and also resistance skills. So flip your page and you'll see 2 boxes there, and you can fill those boxes in. So how to use the responsible decision making model. You're going to go through 6 steps. I'm going to take you through them really, really quickly. First, describe a situation that requires a decision. So maybe it's a party. This girl's got a party. She knows there might be some drinking there. She's not sure if she should go. She wants to go. Her friends are going, but she knows that her parents would not support that and she could get in trouble. Step 2 is listing all the possible decisions. So she could go to the party and drink. She could go to the party and not drink, or she could just not go to the party and go do something else that's fun with some other friends. Step 3 is sharing the list with a responsible adult. And so it may not be a parent that you can share it with depending on the situation, but you want to find someone that's older and trusted that makes good decisions and kind of give them, a list of, here are some of my options, what do you think? Then you're going to use the 6 questions to evaluate the possible outcomes of each decision. This is what you're going to fill in. So does each question promote health, protect safety, follow the law, show respect for yourself and others, follow the guidelines set by adults, and does it demonstrate good character? Now if you didn't get those all written down right away, it's okay. I'm going to go to the next slide, and you're going to see them right there also. So let's look at all of her options. So if she goes to the party and drinks, that will not promote health, safety, it won't follow the law, it won't show respect, it won't follow the guidelines, and it will not demonstrate good character. So no, 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 no. If she goes to the party but she doesn't drink, well, it's a better choice than number 1. There's still some health risks involved because other people will be drinking and you're going to be around drunk people that, dumb stuff could happen. And also that impacts safety. It's not following laws because if you're underage at a drinking party, you can still get an underage. They don't have to give you breathalyzers, so technically you shouldn't be there. It doesn't really show respect for yourself and others because you're going against your parents and you could get in trouble. It doesn't follow the guidelines of your parents and adults and does not demonstrate good character. So going to the movies instead, it's a healthier option. Just got to watch that buttery popcorn. It's safe. She's following laws, showing respect for herself and others, following the guidelines, and demonstrating good character. So step 5 is decide which decision is responsible and most appropriate. She decides it's not worth getting in trouble. She's going to go to the movies with some other friends. And step 6, act on your decision and evaluate the results. Well, she's going, yeah, I'm really glad I didn't go because that party got busted. People are going to get in trouble. And I'm glad I stayed out of it. But in order to do all this, you need resistance skills. So I have 15, you need to write down 10, and you can obviously pause this so you can write them down. But decide ahead of time. Know ahead of time what you're going to do. Be friendly yet firm. You don't have to be mean about it, but just be friendly yet firm. Say no with confidence. You can suggest an alternative, which is what this girl did. She went to the movies. Be honest. That's one that always worked well for me because I had a history of alcoholism in my family, and so my friends knew that. And if I said I'm not drinking and I don't want to be at parties where there's drinking, they understood that because they knew what was going on with my family. Speak only for yourself. Explain the consequences of the action. So maybe they don't know that if they're even at the party, they could get in trouble even if they're not drinking. Number 8, this one's hard, but avoid people and situations where you are tempted to make the wrong decision. We all have that person in our life, that 1 or 2 people that sometimes when we're with them, we do stupid stuff. So sometimes you're going to have to, avoid that. Influence others to make responsible decisions with you. So again, like in this situation, that girl brought her friends to the movie. Give reasons for saying no. Keep saying no until they get the point. And girls, I'm going to pick on you. We sometimes go, no. We don't really say no the way we should. So number 12, use nonverbal behavior to match saying no. Maybe shut the door on that. No possibility. 13, people are going to, reject you possibly. And you're just going to have to accept the possibility that they don't like that you're saying no to them. 14, resist pressure to engage in any illegal behavior, because that is something that can cause long-term issues and be very expensive. And 15, think about your goals in life. Could this sacrifice your goals? Is it worth it? Oh no, you messed up. So we're all human and we make mistakes. And so part of building up our self-esteem is we do the right thing when we make mistakes. This is super important for self-esteem because we feel like crap when we made the wrong decision. And so the only way to build up that self-esteem is to follow these steps. So 1, take responsibility and admit you made the wrong decision. Do not continue actions based on wrong decisions. That's called stupid. Discuss the wrong decision with a parent, guardian, or responsible adult. Maybe they can help you. And make restitution, which is a big word for basically pay someone back if you have done them wrong. So if there is harm to their property or harm to them, that means you better buck up. Lastly, sometimes really bad things happen to really good people. So bad things happen that may threaten to lower our self-esteem, and we need to be resilient. And this is that bouncing back when life gets hard, that coping. So how do we do this? Here are some ways. Stay optimistic. Get support from others. You gotta ask for help. Examine your mistakes and learn from them, and don't let other people set your path for life. Don't let them interfere with your goals. What I see with non-resilient people are they quit when things get tough. They only see the now. They don't see life later. They find negative ways to cope with the issue, and they don't own up to mistakes. They don't learn from them, and they don't ask for help. They don't get support. So we are done with these notes on self-esteem. And if you have any questions, you can let me know. Now go take that quiz if you have some time.